Because me and Andy started the band. Well, Andy and I actually started the band when we were just wee lads in middle school. It's a very public school, meaning you don't really see much God in anything, you know. And so I guess we just wanted to apply our faith to what we do, what we want to do as a career. I guess most kids don't really pick out what they want to do for the rest of their life when they're, 13, but we kind of did, and we've just kind of been doing it ever since. So.
Actually, I have a separate answer, but to answer, my mom, when I said I was going to try out for Alakrity,
she was like, who?
She was like, your friends in the attic? I'm like, yes. Because I'd known Phil since 7th grade, but she was like, whatever you do, make sure you're doing it for the right reasons and you know you're doing it. I'm like, okay, I want to join a band. Why do I want to join a band? And I thought about it for a while, and that's, I wanted to do something meaningful. And that's what I chose to do. But it's a bonus that I got to do with my friends. So.
Bonus.
I spent a lot of time before I joined a Christian group, before I started doing the ministry. I spent a lot of time playing in bars and clubs and stuff, and seeing what people do in those places. And after a while, it gets to you. You're just like, it brings you down, and I didn't want to feel that way anymore. And I wanted to still be able to play music, but be able to do something positive as well, and do something for God as well. So that's why I started doing it, and that's why I've stayed in Christian bands, and I've always looked for those. I joined the band a little over a year ago, so I'm really happy to be in the group, and really blessed. Because of MySpace, yeah, they found me on MySpace.
We were looking for a single white male who likes long walks on the beach.
Who has lots of love to give?
Portly bass player.
He's actually not single, actually. That was a bonus. Pat, our bassist here, is getting married next year. So you guys should be excited for him. We're scared, but
I'm cool.
That's a little on edge now. It's kind of shaking. Yeah.
Another question is, what does Jesus mean to you?
it's one of those questions, huh?
Yeah.
One of those like, God, explain.
That's like a half-hour question to answer.
You have to write an essay.
To this band and to us personally, to me, Jesus is, any inspiration that we have to do anything should always come from God. We didn't just come up with these talents on our own, we didn't just one day decide we're going to go and we're going to play instruments. God gave us the ability and the need and the want to get better and, start traveling and start talking to people about it. And Jesus is, symbolically just the meaning behind any of our actions, and whether they're good or bad, if we do something wrong or something that's, not necessarily positive, it always reflects on what, how we're showing Jesus to the world. So that's, for me, that's who Jesus is. I don't know, I'm rambling now. Okay.
You want me to answer?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when I have a tough decision to make in life on what I should do, I always pray about it, and I always wait for him to tell me what to do, because, if you don't do what he wants you to do, he's going to stop you. He doesn't want you. Like, if I were to, let's see, well, that's a bad example. I was going to say jump in a pool.
Do anything bad?
Yeah. He knows how to make you feel dumb when you know you did something you shouldn't.
By hitting the bottom really hard.
Yeah. That hurts. But it's like whenever tough decisions come up, that's usually who I go to. He always has the right answer. Usually, I get frustrated waiting, but it's always for the best when you wait for that right answer.
Pat, Andy, Jesus.
There's lots of times in my life, and that I've tried to do things myself, by myself, for myself, and exclude God and exclude Jesus, and that's when I get hit in the face with a brick by God and said, hey, hey, stupid, listen to me, and Jesus is everything to me, and I thank Him every day for my life. I thank Him for my talents. I thank Him for my fiance. I thank Him for my family and my band and everybody.
Alright. Sorry, that's right. I was going to say band. Sorry, continue.
Well, I'm not very good at public speaking. I don't know how to say, I don't know how to answer much of these questions, but best I can say is, I don't know.
Duh.
Jesus means love. Say that, Andy. That'll work.
Jesus keeps me humble.
There you go.
There's been times where I'll be playing and, you know, like sometimes everyone slips up, you know? Everyone
Drops a stick.
Yeah, and God slapped the sticks right out of my hands.
Several times.
Several times. Several times.
In one song.
But,
Thank you. Anybody has a question for Alakrity?
She's filming everything we do. It's making me.
Yeah.
This is going to end up on YouTube.
Where's this going?
Yeah.
You should put it on YouTube.
It's going to stay on my
Facebook.
computer.
Facebook? Did you know we have one?
You have to put it on YouTube
Yeah.
or Facebook.
Yes, we
I'll
have
put them both.
Facebook,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
but
I'll
nobody
put
uses
it on
that
MySpace.
anymore.
Nobody goes to that.
Anybody have a question for them? Let me see. Anybody?
any question?
Yeah, and they're not charging
It
tonight.
could be
It's
anything.
only questions.
Yeah,
Right?
shoe sizes,
No, it's
Any of your
favorite colors.
anybody?
No.
Start,
Why?
You be nice.
It's nice.
Like to join a band.
When did I want to play in a band?
Like, how old were you when you like first?
When we got together?
Yes.
How old are you?
My first band was this band, and it started 7 years ago.
There you go. So,
I'm 21.
I'm 20 years old and I started 7 years ago, so that makes me 13 when we started.
Good job.
I didn't do so hot in math.
That was right.
Anybody else have any other questions? No? Or, Amanda.
Where are your next shows?
Fort Atkinson.
Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin, on the 27th. The next Saturday.
We're booking for May, like out west, big west.
We're gonna do a
Coast
month tour.
Might come back for here.
Wait, west to you.
Maybe not here.
This
but
one.
we're gonna
Wait,
get around this
to you?
area.
You looking at me? The west is that way. What?
No. He's
For
thinking
real?
if he's holding the
If you're
map,
looking at me and I'm
west.
holding a map towards you.
That map is
then
west.
Okay.
Yeah.
East.
I know what you're talking about, so I got you back.
Camel guy, what's
Going
up?
back to
What's your question?
What?
Did you get mad if you ever messed up on a song? If you were playing an
If you can read our facial expressions well, we'll be able to answer that.
What was the
yourself.
question again?
Yeah.
Getting mad.
Dude, we mess up like every song all the time.
No.
You mess up songs every time.
I mess up the song, everyone gets mad at me.
No. We look back at you with a
That only
disgusting-
happens tonight.
If anybody else
They
screws
did
up
you,
the song,
Summer?
they look
Oh, I
bad.
know.
That's because we're not the one who has to keep time. You're the one who's supposed to tell us how to play.
So to answer your question, yes, we get a little
Yes.
bit frustrated, but we're not mad. We're just
Like if I don't see Andy play a hit, I'll look back to see if he's dead because I'm not sure if he's there or not. I'm like,
when the drums stopped, they either had a heart attack or dropped a stick.
yeah, or he pitched a nerve.
Okay, there's another question.
Huh?
Pat,
Me?
how can you bench?
Oh wow. I haven't benched for a while, man.
That's a random question, man.
I can't remember. I used to bench back in high school, but now I just lift boxes.
They could probably bench me.
Yeah, but Phil, that's like
I'm a good 5 or 6 pounds.
80-pound boxes like all the time. That's all I do. So I'm a beastly man.
with a forklift.
I don't need a forklift.
He's not
I
allowed to
lift
use
it
a
myself.
forklift.
We're gonna, if you have any other questions, they're gonna be downstairs. We're gonna have a pizza party right now.
Wait. Actually, first thing we're gonna do is go to that table out
Oh
there.
yeah, I was gonna go there.
Oh,
They have a table. If you enjoy the music tonight, you can take the music home.
I
listen
loved
to
it.
You loved it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you already
Thank you,
had it
yeah.
home, right? So you can go to the table and purchase many things that they have available.
many things.
Yes.
Multiple
Some things are
items.
free. Some things are free.
Some things are free.
Some things are free. And if you have any other questions for them, you can go downstairs and they will, you can talk to them as we eat. But I also would like to remind you that every Wednesday night, every Wednesday at 6:30, we have our